Speaking of, so you guys, you want us to talk about more predictions about stuff? Well, we're going to do that. So give me a second.
Also, hashtag slow news week.
Yeah, like really, there really wasn't much to dig up. But actually,
It is nice to have slow news weeks occasionally, but it's not surprising. We've experienced this with other holiday weekends or weeks, I should say.
right? Yeah, definitely. Um, okay, we'll do it for 10. Yeah. Actually, boop. Give me a second here. Like transition. Okay, boom, boom. Oh, what am I doing? Hang on, I gotta set this up right. Oh, cool. It does do it right, kind of. All right, that's cool. Yeah, this won't work. Hang on. All right, so guys, if you haven't noticed, we're gonna do more. We're gonna do more predictions for the Game Awards, because again, it's a slow news week, and yeah, we're just gonna pick some more stuff. So give me a second here to set this up real quick. I'm just gonna choose out some more stuff to pick out, and afterwards we'll go more into the other stuff. Where is my? Okay, there we go. All right, and timer starts now. Okay. All right, so let's see. So let's go up back to the top. Let's choose a category. Okay. Let's go for best role playing game. Let's do that. Oh, hey, I already know what your pick is. All right, so here are the categories for best role playing game. First game is South Park: The Fractured Butthole. Next is Final Fantasy 15, Divinity Origin Sin 2, Nier Automata, and Persona 5.
Yeah, that's a really South Park lost straight up in this category. I feel like it's a really good RPG and it has really good tactic capabilities. By the way, the timer is not going.
I know, I just realized that. Okay, there he goes.
But it's like it to me wasn't as like the mechanic wasn't as fun as the first game, and they made it like a bit too easy, so the challenge towards the end wasn't really there. But I understand why. It was story over everything else.
Right.
But like every other game on this list, it's hard to say who I think will win. I honestly think it'll go to either Persona or Nier.
I think so too. I think when Final Fantasy 15 came out, I watched a bit of it. Watch people stream it. I think the one issue with that game is that it seems like there's a story there, but there's a bunch of ideas, and you can tell with the game is that there were a bunch of ideas like thrown in that wasn't fully developed, or kind of the two main cooks in the kitchen type of situation. And even there was a point where they were making a patch to fix the story or something along those lines that Square Enix came out with. So Final Fantasy 15 is there. The story is, what I've heard, it's pretty okay, but I don't think it will hold up a candle to these other ones.
I think the subpar story is what's going to hold that one back. That's why I said Nier or actually, you know what? Honestly, I don't think Divinity will win because it's not super popular. In terms of like the other four. Right. And I honestly haven't seen too much of it, but I think that, in all honesty, Persona might win.
I think so too. I think Persona might win this. RPG is really good. Not to mention the way that the game looks is super sick. Although obviously, as somebody who's been really loving Nier this year, like I am obviously gonna say Nier, but I think Persona is gonna take it.
Yeah, Josh, you're not wrong. There is a lot of story in Final Fantasy 15. It's just not a great story, is what we're getting at.
Yeah,
that's all.
Definitely. Come at me.
At least from others' perspective, and I'm referring to what the reviews, because we've talked about that last week. That's who's voting on this is like gaming outlets and shit like that, like magazines and whatnot. People who reviewed the games.
Yep. So. Best multiplayer: Fortnite, Call of Duty, World War II, Splatoon 2, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, Destiny 2, and PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds.
All right. As someone who plays a lot of multiplayer games, I'll And let me break this down.
All
All
right.
right, Fortnite's not going to win because Fortnite has a lot of bugs, and it's technically viewed by a lot of people as the PUBG clone. So that's out. Call of Duty World War II will not win because a lot of people don't like the multiplayer compared to what was out before, where you had all these cool effects. You could wall jump, you could jetpack and all that kind of stuff, and when you dial all that back down, it's not as much fun to a lot of people. So I don't think that that's going to win. Splatoon 2 is absolutely in the top running because it is a phenomenal multiplayer. However, the servers are not great. So that's going to be a huge hindrance. Mario Kart 8, same as Splatoon 2. Phenomenal multiplayer, works really, really well, but the servers can be a little wonky. Destiny 2 is definitely not going to win because it has the issue of having the stigma of being a AAA game in the category of, you know, microtransactions, all that kind of stuff. Like, it's already had its fair share of controversy, so I think it's out. But PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds will absolutely win this category purely because its entire like concept is around multiplayer. Entire concept.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
it's not surprising. PUBG's going to win this hands down. They've made so much money. This game has been in the news consistently throughout the year, and so many people play this. This has been the most played game on Twitch for the longest time. I'm not sure if it's still number one. There might be still like top maybe 5 or 10 most streamed game on Twitch, but this game absolutely is going to win it. No question about it. So, all right.
Yeah, I'm looking at the chat, and it seemed like everyone was like, yeah, PUBG, pretty much, yeah, PUBG. But then there was like, no, Mario Kart.
That one person. Okay, so let's do.
Valeria is that one person.
Let's do that best performance category.
Ooh.
Best performance. So do we got Melina? I cannot pronounce that last part from Hellblade as
Jurgens.
Oh, Jurgens. Okay.
Or Jurgens, probably Jurgens.
Probably. Sina? I cannot pronounce names. Sorry. Laura Bailey from the Uncharted: The Last Legacy as Nadine Ross. Claudia Black, Uncharted: The Lost Legacy as Chloe Fraser. Chloe Fraser, sorry. Brian Bloom from Wolfenstein 2 as BJ Blazkowicz. And Ashley Birch from Horizon Zero Dawn as Aloy. So,
as much as I want Ashley Birch to win a fucking voice acting,
yeah, I would
category,
love that too. Yeah, that'd be great.
This most likely is going to Melina. For 2 reasons.
Oh, yeah.
For 2 reasons. And I don't know her performance in Hellblade.
Yeah, nor do I.
But Uncharted: The Lost Legacy was not regarded as a great either. And both actresses that are up there, fantastic actors.
Oh,
I've heard them in tons of stuff.
Definitely.
But they're also well known. So that's gonna hold them back a little bit when it comes to this category. And if you go down a little bit, because I don't remember what Brian Bloom was for. Okay, so Wolfenstein 2. BJ doesn't do a whole lot of talking. It's a lot of like, so it's going to Melina. It's going to go to Melina.
I think so too. I think.
See, like Josh says, like her performance is phenomenal. So, and I'm also using it in what, you know, the other characters are there. You know, like, and actually that's one of the things I've heard about. In the reviews of Horizon is that Ashley Birch does a subpar job.
So, I can see that from my little
I hate
time.
to think of it that way, but
I know, good point. Like from my little time of playing Horizon Zero Dawn, I could see that. Like I could see the direction of where that's headed towards. The game's phenomenal. The game's great. But I could definitely see.
I need to watch some Hellblade stuff because I haven't seen anything for it. So
I think I want to say it's pretty cheap for sale too. Actually, like it's not that expensive, like $20, I think. I should hop on that too. Man.
On console, because if it's on PC only, then
no, on PC. I think it's on consoles. I need to check.
I'll look that up right now. Actually.
All right. Okay. While that's going down, let's pick another category. Let's go with okay. Let's go with best audio and design. So in this category, we got Destiny 2, Hellblade, Resident Evil 7, Legend of Zelda, Breath of the Wild, and Super Mario Odyssey. This is more than, for those who don't, best audio design is more of the sounds in the game, not particularly the music, more or less like the kind of atmospheric sounds.
This is a rough category because Destiny 2's sound design I think is fucking phenomenal. But so is everything else on here.
Yeah, they're pretty good. For me, I got to give it to Resident Evil 7 because it's the audio, the audio design in that game.
Yeah,
really
I think it
makes
matters more than any other game.
Yeah, especially because like it's a horror based game, and that's kind of, there's a lot of quiet moments, but there's also a lot of audio detail.
There's a lot. There's more audio cues.
Yeah. So that it's more important for that game specifically, but. Yeah,
like I think the other four, and I've not seen a thing of Hellblade, but I imagine because it's made by Ninja Theory, it is an action game, and because all of these games are action except for Resident Evil, the sound design is phenomenal, but it's not that important. And what I mean by that is like you could play the games on mute and still play the games, whereas Resident Evil, you might not be as successful without music.
Yeah,
without sound design. So.
Definitely.
I think Resident Evil wins that one.
Same here. So that's our pick. And we're out of time. But yeah, those are more picks. I'll make sure to make a post about what the picks we chose in the past 2 weeks. Maybe 3 actually. We might actually get through all of them actually before the the Game Awards. The Game Awards is happening on December 7th, 2 days before PSX. So yeah, that's when all the news will happen. So give me a second.
Oh boy.